What's up, everybody? It's Herf here with another video from the Duel Entertainment channel. And today I wanted to bring to you a video about what to do with your new ultra rare dream ticket. So right now I'm joined by Radlup, who's been a competitive player in the community. He's a Team Wars ref, all this kinds of stuff. So I figured I'd bring him in and just see what he has to say. How you doing, Radlup?
What's up? I'm doing fine today. Nice day out. I'm excited to be able to talk about these dream tickets. Lots of good cards there. Tough to choose.
Yeah, so the three kind of big things or strategies I wanted to talk about are that you should use your dream ticket on are staples, completing a deck, or saving it. So those are the three big main ones. And also some points of caution. Never use it on an event card. So like do not use it on Black Salvo. This was an event card, don't use it. Also, I would discourage you from using it on something from a mini box because mini boxes are cheaper, so they're worth half as much. So Shiranui Squire Saga instantly is kind of a trap because it's a mini box and it's a lot harder or it's a lot easier to get than say your Blackwing Simoon, right? So let's think of some staples. Radlip, what are the biggest staples in the game, you'd
I
say?
I think right now, well, staple wise, Cosmic Cyclone is always going to be one of the best staples in the game. Just such a strong ability, and I feel like it's never really going to get power crept. The only thing that hurts it is being on the Forbidden Unlimited list. Other than that, amazing card. I feel like if you don't have at least two of them, go for it.
For sure. The other two cards I would think of would be we got Canadia. This is always a card that shows up. However, this card isn't a deal, so you want to consider that. If you're not spending any money on the game, I would strongly consider it. However, if you are spending a little bit of money, it might be worth just getting the deal. And
Yeah, and
then
Cosmic
Cosmos,
Cyclone
yeah,
is the deal.
yeah. The one card that is always really really good that is not in a deal is Floodgate Trap Hole. So this is a really, really strong ultra rare trap from an old main box. You don't want to go dig for, and it just has never really left, the competitive scene. I don't think.
Yeah, like Floodgate, it's such a strong card. Like it's been meta ever since it's been introduced, and it's in a really bad box. So you don't really want to be going into that box because the only good card in there is Floodgate, really. So
hmm
great way to use your dream ticket. Always going to be a solid card.
Yeah. So if you're talking about ultra rare staples, I think those are like the biggest three. The other extra deck card that is kind of falling off at the moment, but I think is still a really good thing to consider at least getting one of if you have three of all the other ones is Vermilion Dragon Mech. So this is just the best generic level 9 in the game and gives you from some free card removal. Every deck that can make it plays it. It's just good.
Yeah, the only reason, like, if you can make a level 9, but you're not playing it, it's just because your deck's so tight on extra deck space, such as Crystron's. But otherwise, if you have the space for extra deck, Vermilion Dragon Mech should always find a way in there just because it's such a powerful effect and can really steal games, especially with a large 2700 attack.
hmm for sure. So now the second strategy to use your dream ticket on is completing a deck. So I looked at the tier list and I found some decks that have a lot of main box ultra rares and I think are some pretty decent value. So the first one that I wanted to want you guys to consider getting is Alistair. So Alistair, okay, I pulled up all of them. So any of these three cards are probably the most broken cards in the game right now. And while these three cards are not tier 1 at the moment, these are always going to be cards that you're going to see in Duel Links for the rest of Duel Links as long as they remain unlimited. Like,
Yeah, Alistair is a really tough card to be power crept just because it has such a great effect and it consistently generates advantage. The only way you would see it not being used if they nerfed it into oblivion, such as hitting Alistair on the Forbidden Unlimited list, along with one of the fusion monsters or invocation. So it's really always going to be sticking around.
and the nice thing about an ultra rare card is that none of them are on the forbidden or limited list. We have some on the limited 3. However, our Cosmic Cyclone is the only one on a limit 3. but all of the other ones are free and have been free since the beginning of Duel Link's time. So this is a really good investment. A
Yeah,
couple other decks that I think and Radlup may be able to say some stuff about is Crystron.
yeah,
If you don't
Chris,
have these guys, consider it.
yeah. Krishrons are a deck that they're just spread so far and wide between a bunch of different boxes. Investing in Dream Ticket on a card like Sulfaneer is really going to be worth it for you because if you're going into the Krishron box with Sulfaneer, Sulfaneer is the only card that it's the only UR you need three of. You only need one Query on Gandrax, and you're going to
Mm-hmm.
want three Smiger from that box and Citri. But Sulfaneer, you're absolutely going to need three of. And being a UR, you can go into the box twice to get two Sulfaneer, three Smiger, three Citri, and you can use your Dream Ticket on that last Sulfaneer to avoid having to dip into that box another time just for the Sulf.
Mm. Yeah, and the last deck that I think has a lot of value right now, and if you're semi-competitive, is a really good investment. Is any of these Blackwing cards that you need to complete the deck. So obviously, I do not really care about Blackwings and haven't invested that heavily into them. But if you are close on any of these numbers, like honestly, if I invested for another Gale and used my ultra rare dream ticket on Simoon, this would be fine. So if you're pretty close like I am and you want to play Blackwings, I think Blackwings are a really good use of your ultra rare dream ticket.
Yeah, there are so many URs there, you're bound to be missing just one or two. So getting that, using that Dream Ticket just to complete that deck is really going to feel good, especially when you take it into the duel and you see you're opening that Samoon more, you're opening the Whirlwind more, you're able to go off.
Yeah, and like if your main goal is to hit King of Games and maybe top a tournament every once in a while, this is a deck that has been doing that for, since its release. And people are siding less and less for Blackwings. I mean, they upticked in popularity a little bit. However, people still aren't really siding for them. So you're going to still be able to do fairly well with Blackwings, I think, in this competitive format. And then the third big strategy is just saving your dream ticket. You don't know what you're going to need in the future. You don't know how the meta is going to change. So a viable strategy for your dream ticket is always to save it right before it expires and then assess your needs.
Personally, for me, I'm not a huge fan of the saving tactic because I feel like there's not that many cards. Like historically in Duel Links, not that many cards have been irrelevant for a while, especially UR cards, and then all of a sudden gain relevancy. It's always just either been they've been relevant from the start or they haven't been too relevant from the start. I think the only reason you should be saving it is if there's no cards you want right now. Let's say you have the staples you want, you have the decks you want, then you can save it, just hold on to it. A lot of times people forget that their dream ticket is expiring and it kind of just goes to waste. So always keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, to kind of counter argument for Radlup, I think here is a card called Gazuki. This card, okay, it was really popular on release. It died in popularity, and then when we saw Shiranui pop up again, this card became a mandatory 3 of in Shiranui, the big versions. So, like, Radlup is definitely right that normally ultra rare cards are just good or bad, but there is the occasional Gazuki, I feel like. And another card that I feel like could be like that is Senju. This card, I feel like could come back. I don't know. It's just, it's a free search on summon, and then you can ritual it
Yeah.
off. But
Problem with Senju is it could easily be power creep by Manju of Thousand Hands, but Senju's still a solid hand. Still think like for example, there's always going to be a Gozuki, but if there's a card you need now, it's definitely a better investment to get that card now than to be waiting and 6 months down the line you get a card that you kind of need. It's really just not going to be not as much of a deal as for the UR ticket as if we're getting a floodgate now or a Sulfaneer, extra whirlwind, extra Alistair.
yeah, so a lot of this is definitely on a case-to-case basis. So nothing that we said in this video is the absolute right answer, which is like I think a pretty good thing to bring up. We are just giving you strategies to most effectively use your dream ticket. So like, I probably shouldn't use it on Tutu Bomb right now. Like that's just a bad strategy because it's an event card.
Do you have
But
any cards you're going to use it for, or are you?
um the things that I'm considering using my dream ticket for, I'm kind of personally saving it because there's nothing I really want right now. I was considering getting a second Selfafnir, just because they might be playable with two. However, I'm probably not going to because I don't know how to play Crystons right now, and with two, it's not going to be powerful enough to really play it how I want it. Black Rose Dragon is another really good value for it because it's a main box. Um, Besides that, I don't really have anything that I really want, so I want to save it in case there's like a really impactful side deck card I only have one of. Maybe Dark Bride becomes amazing, and I want to make sure I have two of it. I mean, who knows? Or maybe I want to have three Necro Valley in the future. I mean, so that's why I kind of have most things, but I don't have everything. So I think for me, it's best for now to just save it and then use it on one of something here. But yeah, like you just need to assess your needs.
Yeah. Oh, I think we've covered all the bases here.
Yeah,
This video has been helpful, and you guys go have fun with that dream ticket. Let us know if the dream ticket has improved your deck. Let us know what you're getting with your dream ticket in the comments below. Look forward to seeing all your responses.
for sure. And like Radlup said, thank you so much for coming out. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. You hit the follow on the Twitch channel. You make sure you check out whenever they're streaming. We stream tournaments like so many days a week. It's incredible. Free tournaments. Make sure you're joining the Discord, signing up for the tournaments. Like Radlup said, let us know what you're getting. And thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed the video. So basically, since it's YouTube, Circus is going to cut out all the bad parts, so like we can just restart and it's fine.